Welcome to RecFest 2025, Nashville, Tennessee. I'm with the Juicebox. This is the podcast. Get involved.
Welcome to the podcast, where we introduce you to incredible humans who share their journeys with the mission to inspire you to harness your own inner tenacity to drive your life and career forward. And now, your host, Adam Posner.
Look at his natural habitat. It's an Omar in the wild. See him walking like a graceful gazelle coming through the pastures here at RecFest. Omar, what's happening, man?
What's going on, man?
How you feeling?
I'm doing amazing. How are you?
I'm feeling chipper. It took me a little bit to wake up. I had an
Why
IV.
is that? I wonder.
I had an IV of iced coffee. That's like the pro move over here. But yeah, just give everyone a quick shout out. Who you are, what you do.
Amazing. Hi, everybody. Love this guy. My name is Omar. I'm the CEO and founder of a company called JobPixel. We do video. So they call me the video guy, I guess.
He's a guy that you need video. So I have a mic. This is your mic.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
All right. Awesome.
Yeah, we do that now. I'm mic'd and you're mic'd. That way you don't have to do this kind of thing.
Well, I like to be close to you.
No, you can stay close.
Yeah, it looks good. Awesome.
Nice
So, awesome. So, JobPixel, we do video content. So, if you've gone to like UPS or Boston Children's Hospital, some of the others, you see video content of their employees, nurses, etc., talking about why they love working there. Chances are it's us. So we allow them to collect the content, edit it, brand it, deploy it, measure its performance. And we work with everybody in the industry. Shaker, Appcast, and the whole gang. Everybody. They're all our friends.
Give us some pro tips for any aspiring content creators out there. In this day and age, 2025, how do you get your content noticed? What's the most important thing?
So one is just keep posting. Number two is practice. Three, have a really good vibe. Vibe is everything. I think it's contagious in a lot of ways. It makes people really excited to come like listen to what you have to say. And honestly, one more thing is be authentic.
Be authentic. That's a bit of a buzzword
Yeah.
going on these days. And I think with content creation, it's a challenge for some because they try to emulate what's popular, what's working, what the numbers are.
It's a
But
company
then
motto.
they lose their own voice. They lose who the.
Yeah.
Listen, you have to test the waters there. Leave folks with one pro tip on day 2 of RecFest to survive RecFest.
Drink water, eat, listening to more talks.
Yeah.
That's all you
What
want
are you
to do.
excited to see this afternoon?
There's a
Where you headed?
couple. Well, I'm going to grab food right now because
Another pro tip,
yeah,
eat before the 12 o'clock hour rush.
Yes.
If you're hungry,
that's what I'm doing.
Yeah,
That's what I'm gonna go do.
that's how you do it. Where can folks find you? Where can they
We're right over there. RF17, big booth. Also, we have a fortune teller. So come by to our booth if you want to know what your future is probably gonna say. And LinkedIn, Omar Khateeb, OMARKHATEEB. Sorry about my content. I post a lot.
What about JobPixel? Where can they find you?
JobPixel.com. We have the .com.
We got to drop it.
We got the .com.
He's Omar. I'm Adam. This is the podcast. Here we go.
Thank you.
Why is this the shortest line here, Alynn Bailey?
I don't know, because people don't understand the value of barbecue.
The value of barbecue. If anybody doesn't know who this legend is,
Well, whatever.
this legend, I use that word
Yeah.
very loosely.
That makes you like really old.
By legend, I do not mean old. I'm you know how old I'm. I'm not that. I'm like the older side over here, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Did you have this yesterday?
No, I had not. No, I had Purple Acorn fed me yesterday. I had Panda Express.
So that Joey Lee, shout out over there.
Yeah.
So, Alynn is a road warrior. How many events? What month are we in? October. How many events do you think you've been to this year?
Oh, this year?
Yeah.
I don't count it in years.
Dog years.
It's seasons.
So in this season of fall,
In the fall season starts
So
with
then-
HR Tech. We are.
started in September at HR.
Yeah, we're 4 in.
After Labor Day, yeah.
We're 4 in. I got 2 more to go.
How do you stay sane?
I don't know.
Well, that's also assuming you are
Yeah, I'm not really sane.
No,
Why are we sane? How do I stay sane?
in the membrane.
Okay, here's how you do it. You just you don't care about time zones. You don't. When you're tired, you sleep. When you're not tired, you work.
Groundbreaking.
There you go, right there. That's it.
Well, we didn't even do a proper introduction. Allyn Bailey with SmartRecruiters. What do you do there? Do you even have like a job?
I do.
I mean, you are a raconteur. You are the fixer. You are the therapist. You are the everything. You're the class mom.
Oh, I am actually. I did a whole post on that.
Yeah,
I'm
that's what I'm.
Yeah. I'm the.
That's a great way to describe.
I'm
you.
mom, I'm the senior director of brand experience. So I run anything externally facing that talks about who we are and what we do and connects with all the people in the HR world.
I love it. And how has the acquisition positively affected you and your job?
It's opened up an opportunity to be able to take to take this work that we do, which is connecting people to their essence, not their opportunity, their what they give us. Like people's sense of identity and self is built around how they connect to what they deliver to the world. It's just how we are made. This idea of talent acquisition is about connecting people to work, but we've always been limited in our ability to do that because we've only seen this sliver of the world. I am super excited to take modern recruiting tech, put it inside an end-to-end system where I can have all that data and we can actually do something that fucking works.
This is the goal that we're here for in front of Smoke and Bus with Allyn Bailey at SmartRecruiters. She's
I gotta smoke.
a friend. She's a mentor. She's an ally. Allyn, I want to thank you so much, and I don't want to stop you from getting your barbecue.
I am fucking hungry.
Where can folks find you? Where can they connect? Where can they learn more?
You can find me on LinkedIn. You can find me on TikTok. You can find me on Facebook because I'm old.
Just find me.
Yeah, just find me, dude. I'm
Allyn
there.
Bailey, everybody.
Awesome. Thanks.
We spotted him. We spotted. I'm gonna. That's it. Get the blow dart gun.
What do you want?
See who's gonna be.
I'm out of breath now.
See, this is how you capture a Leonard in the wild. I already blow darted your brother. I shouldn't say it. I shot him in the neck with a blow dart last night.
My weakness, exercise.
Yeah, me too. Me too. What's happening, man?
I'm good. How you doing?
You want
You want to hold this?
Yeah, I'm Mike. This is what we're doing. It.
Oh, okay, lovely. What was
Dude,
it about?
First and foremost, man. Personally, thank you for
No, thank
always
you.
being welcome, and you welcome me back to RecFest.
100%.
This feels like, and I mean this feels like home for a lot of us. And
Yes.
it's like it's a reunion. It's like summer camp reunion over here. The gang's all back together, and there's a vibe.
Yep.
And I think we are blessed with this weather.
Yeah. We've had worse. We've definitely had worse.
And when people are like, "Oh, it's too hot," I'm like,
Yeah, you should have been. It was raining.
"Yeah, I was not here last year." So, how are you feeling about
Oh,
generally?
I'm loving it. I actually loving it. Look, it was weather obviously helps, but I think it's we've had about 85% of people return for day 2, which is big for a conference. Lots of engagement with our vendor friends, which is great. I think, you know what, it feels like we've kind of got to that space now where the US understands what we're all about.
And this is year 3.
Year 3.
Things take a little bit, and I also think they look at what's happening in the OG Nebworth,
Yeah.
and people ask me, they're like, what's the difference? I go, both vibes are very high, but they're uniquely different vibes because they're different. They're different audiences, they're different events, but they're both awesome, and I think that's what it creates. Because what's unique about this event, and agnostic of industry, how many other industries have outdoor events?
Very few.
It's
On the
very-
B2B world, very few. But and that's what I was thinking about this the other day. Because I talked to my friends and they work in legal or they work in finance, and you know, events are not that special to them. Something about this industry, and not just our events, all events are so special to TA. Maybe because we're people.
I think that's
Maybe
why.
we're recruiters. I don't know what it is, but it really means a lot to people. Where in other industries, it's a bit more transactional. It's just another event. So
I think I want to double down on that for a moment there. Genuinely look forward to these events. Like
Thank
people are like, RecFest is coming up. Are you going to be there? Who's going to be there? Are we getting the gang back together? You know, let's do our thing. A couple interesting takeaways that I've been hearing from having conversations here. I'm working with Juicebox, and I'm talking to Vicky, who runs marketing over there, and she's like, well, yesterday was cool, and you know, today is Sunday, and you know, what do you mean? I was like, Sunday. And I'm like, you know what? It feels like Sunday fun day. Like, you know, you're going home.
Yep.
It's the end of the weekend.
absolutely.
And you want to make, and you really want to make it count. The other takeaway that I completely forgot that I was going to say, the other takeaway, people are here to connect,
Yes.
right? And
Yeah.
there's a platform for connection. We're bringing people together, and I think that's really what differentiates this one.
Yeah.
And you fence everybody in too.
Yeah.
Now you can't leave.
And it's why we do it over here. There's nothing around it. We're a long way from Broadway, so you know.
Well, we got a cool Airbnb on the other side of the park there.
Yeah, very nice.
It's actually a dumpster that I'm just sleeping in.
You just sleep on Broadway.
Jamie, give us some alpha. What's happening? Wait, well, there's a good one here. What's a takeaway for next year to make it even better?
I don't know. You tell me, actually.
I think
What do you think we should?
Can I give candid feedback?
Yeah.
I think we need a couple more physical activations. If you want
Agree.
to, like, I don't necessarily say we need a Ferris wheel.
Well, something like that.
We need something to also give it some height.
Yep. Yeah.
And I think people are open to experiential.
Yep.
So how do you do that in a way that's inclusive? How do you do it in a way that's, interactive and actually makes sense with the event?
I think it's definitely on the map for next year. I think, like in the UK, you don't want to do everything year one. You want to create new features every year, so people go, oh, the same, different this year. So next year you might see a Ferris wheel. Or next year,
Dunk tank? Are we gonna bring the dunk tank? What happened to it? That was the big drummer. You're gonna have Chad and Cheese. You're gonna have Joel from Chad and Cheese, Joel Algae, every Joel that we know. We're gonna put in the dunk tank.
It's the Joel dunk tank.
You got to throw Joel in the dunk tank.
You have to.
Listen, I don't want to hold you up anymore. I want to
appreciate
thank you for your time, guys. I'm putting them on the spot. Guess who's coming in Nebworth in July? The podcast is going to be in Nebworth. The Great Return.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
100%.
I'm in. We'll talk about it.
Let's go.
The great Jamie Leonard. Thank you for everything you're doing here, man. Cheers.
Have a great
Go.
I mean, it's good. It's good. I mean, it's Sunday. It's kind of quieter than yesterday. Oh, it's not Sunday.
I was waiting for you to self-correct on that. I'm just like, it really feels like a Sunday.
Yeah.
Like last night was it was a Saturday. Like it's Saturday, we got the whole day to us, and
Yes,
it
it
is
is.
a casual Sunday action going on. So Vicky, introduce yourself to the podcast
Awesome.
world.
Cool. So I'm Vicky. I'm founding marketer here at Juicebox. We just raised our Series A from Sequoia, and now we're here at RecFest, out here to talk to recruiters and hopefully potential customers.
And for anyone out there that does not know Juicebox, what do you guys do? What problems do you solve for recruiters?
Yeah, so we're an AI talent sourcing platform. Currently, we're used by 3,000 customers, including Core, Perplexity, Ramp, and more. And yeah, we just want to make sequencing and sourcing easier for recruiters in a faster, more precise way.
And what makes Juicebox different than some of the other similar products that are out there?
Yeah, so we're one of the first companies built from ground up with AI. A lot of companies built their tech first, and then they, appendixed AI on top of that. So our engineering team is super focused on making the AI really good quality within the product. And yeah.
What drew you to Juicebox to work there?
Yeah, I mean, I've always been interested in startups. I did a lot of side projects while I was in college. Started my career in corporate, pretty big company, but things moved kind of slow, and I wanted to try something new. So Juicebox seemed like a rocket. Exactly, yeah.
Well, let's talk about that, because it takes a certain person to work in this type of environment, and that's what you were looking for.
Yep.
How has the team translated that trait in you from a sourcing perspective for that character trait?
Oh, from a sourcing perspective.
Yeah.
Like how did they source me?
Well, just in general, what I'm saying is how have they built tools? Because I know I use Juicebox every single day. This person with their background might be more inclined to work at a company like this.
I see. Yeah, I would say honestly, somebody who's done, I think side projects is probably the best thing to look for. I mean, ideally,
Shows that initiative, that hustle, that
exactly.
entrepreneurial mindset.
Yeah, I think they should be pretty naturally curious about things and willing to just do things on their own and figure things out. I would also say maybe being at a company prior for more than a year is kind of a good sign too. Just you've been around, you're not job hopping too much, and you just want something new. Especially if you got if you got promoted at your past company, that's also something that we personally look for when we're hiring.
What do you love most about working with this team?
Honestly, everybody is so smart. Biggest brains I've ever worked with. Everybody's super hardworking, and it motivates me to do more.
You never worry about being the smartest person in the room at Juicebox.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Everybody's hyper ambitious, and it's just super awesome to see, and it makes me, I think, a better person as well.
Well, that's awesome, and I just want to say I love working with you. I think we have a good thing going. You're easy to work with. You're great to collaborate with, and that's really what we're looking for here. So tell folks, where can they find Juicebox?
Yeah, if you want to do a quick demo of Juicebox, go to juicebox.ai/demo. Otherwise, you can email me at vicky@juicebox.ai.
Just don't spam her, folks.
Yeah.
Vicky doesn't like that. Stay out of it. Vicky, I want to thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for welcoming the podcast here at RecFest 2025.
Yeah.
It's been a fun couple of days. Today's going to be, how about we call today Sunday Fun Day?
All right, cool. Today is Sunday Fun Day with Adam.
Right. So the Thursday is the new Sunday at RecFest. Only at RecFest.
Only at RecFest.
Vicky Lou, everybody. Awesome. We're going to play the great sticker mystery game. Adam is going to stick his hand in his pocket, and we're being clean.
Rumble.
We're being clean here, folks. Let's see what sticker we get. First sticker is, oh, it came limited holographic limited edition, one of one disco podcast hologram sticker.
Wow, thank you. This is rare, guys.
Ultra rare.
Rare. One of one.
Only 500
Holographic.
ever created on the face of the earth. And if you could find these in the wild, hashtag podcast in the wild. There's a couple around here, but not that one. Exclusive.
Not this one. Thank you, Adam. Appreciate it.
These episodes of the podcast, recorded live at RecFest 2025 in Nashville, Tennessee, are brought to you by our friends over at Juicebox. Juicebox helps teams win the talent war, the leading AI recruiting platform that understands who you're looking for. Today, Juicebox is powering hiring at 3,000 plus customers, including Ramp, Perplexity, and Quora. Level up your team with search, CRM, and agents. Try it for free today at Juicebox.ai. Oh, look at this trifecta. look at this one. You guys can hold the mic. I'm mic'd up here. Let's do a quick round of introductions. Tell who you are and what do you do best?
Hey.
Professionally.
Yes, professionally. Nikki Russell. I am the VP of People and Talent at Advisor 360.
Pass them. Go. Just keep the mic going.
I'm Dan Lockhart, and I lead talent
What is Dan
acquisition
Lockhart?
for Sondermind. Yeah. The thing that I do best is create lasting relationships.
That's a Hallmark card right there.
I'm Chantelle, Lubinger, and I'm a talent partner at Advisor 360. And what I do best is connect people with the best opportunities for their livelihoods.
Chantelle, is this your first RecFest?
Yes, it's my first. Yeah,
Oh my God, how is it? Have you been to other industry conferences?
this is my first one forever.
There's nothing like RecFest. Everything else is indoors.
Yep.
That's the first thing you gotta remember. So, what's your big takeaway as a newbie? Noob.
I would say, honestly, I was telling my boss, my manager, my VP, Nikki, that I would say is that I'm able to do so. Like seeing these individuals here being able to grow in their careers, that I can see myself doing so, that not be able to give up. And it's very inspiring. I also feel like it's different for me to my perspective as being someone that is a newbie, how Adam says, is that I'm able just to see how do I get there? Who inspires me? How do I keep growing and just have some more motivation and inspiration to kind of keep going?
Aside from me, who's been your favorite talk so far?
Tamika. Ooh, she blew
Tamika.
me right away. She is very inspiring. I also just love that I was able to kind of also connect it with one of my family members that is also dealing with something similar as well.
Awesome. Let's over to Dan for a second here. Dan,
This is my first conference too.
they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but what is one moment for you for the last 2 days?
Yeah, a lot of TA leaders talk about the quality of hire. And actually, I think the business probably talks about quality of hire more than TA leaders. But we were in a presentation yesterday, and Melissa Thompson, who coincidentally was also my favorite session that I've been to, talked about quality of slate.
What does that mean?
That
That's
they
great, and
measure
I'll tell you.
that they measure at board, right? So she developed, and I would strongly recommend you go get her slides, and I don't want to butcher it too much, but it's essentially looking at the front end of the pipeline. So how many candidates were presented? How happy was the manager with the candidates that were presented, right? So on and so forth. So
Reimagining the metrics.
that's right.
Because
That's right.
sometimes it's subjective.
That's
So
right.
you need data points for it. I'm going to give you a fun little play on that one too that
Yeah.
I've been tossing around for
Yeah.
specifically for sales roles.
Yeah.
Are you a baseball guy?
Enough.
Right. So
yes.
there's a metric I love in baseball called WAR, wins over replacement.
Right.
And you could quantify that in a sales role. How much better is this person? And you can do it in a lot of other roles, but sales is like hard metrics, right?
Right.
After like say 6 months in role, they're onboarded, they're acclimated. How much better is this person in the role
Yeah.
than the other one?
Yeah.
It's a win over replacement.
Yeah,
You have to
I
work
like
on
that.
defining
It's
it.
interesting. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's go to the OG Nikki Russell. And I got to say something about Nikki. The last time, 2 times ago, I was in Vegas. She was my lucky charm. I sat down at the blackjack table and went for a run. The next time I was in Vegas, I sat next to Joel Algy, and I literally lost my house. So all the Vegas conferences, I got to find Nikki. I got to put her next to me.
Yes.
What's happening?
Oh my gosh, living it up again, year 3 for RecFest at a new venue. Loving all the folks that we get to see again. It's literally like a reunion. And I would say, because everybody's talking about their favorite session, and I'm not saying that's just because you're standing here, but honestly, my favorite session was yours yesterday in opening, because I think as recruiting folks or leaders, so many times we go through things and we have to learn that this isn't just about coming to work every day to get paid. You have to really care for your people, and that you have to understand people go through things. And I think from a friendship basis, being there for people too, but
Right? We're
even,
people.
yeah, we're humans first, right? Don't forget that we're all humans first.
Let's talk about this for a second. Let's double down on it.
Yeah.
Our industry gets crapped on a lot because
All the
we
time.
give bad news. That's literally our job is to tell people no.
Yeah.
And we're telling people no 95%. Let's talk about it. We're telling people no 95% of the time.
Yeah.
I just made that stat up, by the way. First of all, 38% of all statistics are made up. And we have to remember that we're talking to people, and these are decisions, and a lot of these folks are out of work and they're putting all their
Yeah.
eggs in one basket. And ultimately, most roles, we can only hire one person.
Right.
And there's going to be rejection along the way.
Absolutely.
How do you give rejection? What's a Nikki Russell approach to rejections?
So I
When
think
someone's further down the line.
I think it starts from the very beginning. I
Okay, how
have to
so?
be honest with you. I think that treating people as humans, so being very open, honest, transparent, very genuine in nature, and having a conversation with people, treating them the way that you want to be treated. So you're explaining the qualifications, you're talking about the role that you have, the interview process, what it's going to look like, and ultimately the decision is up to the hiring managers, and they're going to find the best top talent. But the thing about it is I want to be relationship driven, not transactional.
Right.
So it's going to be about, even though you may not be selected at this time, does not mean that you may not be a future
Doesn't mean you're a
employee.
bad candidate.
No,
person.
we greatly appreciate all the talents that you bring into the interview process. It's just this one time, unfortunately, we're going with someone else at this time. But I have hired people later on for other roles.
No, you keep,
So
you make a
It's
note of it.
relationship driven.
And when we say that, we mean it.
Absolutely,
Right? Like,
100%.
listen, I'm sorry we had to go another direction, and we mean it. It's not cliche. It was really a tough choice.
100%.
Tell them a little bit why it's a tough choice, because if someone deserves that, feedback. We all know feedback is a slippery slope. It could go in either direction.
Yeah.
You have to feel it out. And listen, sometimes, you know what? A lot of times, candidates are gonna be like, why? Why not me?
They always want
I told you I had that. I explained that. I thought the interview went well. And sometimes it's just vibe. So I want to thank this crew over here, homies. And that's what's your favorite part about RecFest aside from the people? You can put that in there because that's really the reason.
Honestly, it's the people. I love the content and I love the vendors. There's a lot of great vendors, Juicebox. So Juicebox, MetaView, all the great vendors that are here. But really, it comes down to the people. That's what it's all about.
People.
The
Thanks,
people.
guys.
Thank you.
Awesome. We'll see you guys later.
All right.
You can chat with me. I'm over here now. Tell everyone who you are and what you do, man.
I'm John Ruffini. I'm Vice President of Professional Development at Health Trust Workforce Solutions, which is a long way of saying I train all the recruiters.
Training recruiters. What is the one habit that you got to break of an old recruiter in this day and age? What's a bad habit?
Bad habit is recruiters. Technology has made recruiters lazy. They want too much to come to them, and there's not enough hunting mentality that there needs to be. Even with the technology, even with AI, you still have to go after it. You still have to hunt. And too many people are calling themselves recruiters when they're not really recruiting.
Right, they're just sourcing or trying out the tech, or they're overly relying on it as a crutch and not a tool.
Yes, well said. Yes, it's making them lazy. They're spending time. There were days where you walk through a pit or a bullpen, and it would be noisy as hell, and you couldn't hear yourself think. Now you walk through and you can hear a pin drop because everybody's just pointing and clicking.
And we missed also we're missing the sense of urgency.
Yes.
And speed.
Yes.
And I think, and let's talk shop for a minute here. I'm an in the trenches recruiter. I'm a practitioner, and even when I'm working an in-house role, the internal teams are like, I'm not trying to like humble brag it, but they're like, you're quick. I'm like, but that's how I'm trained, because I started on the agency side, and they love bringing that mentality to in-house teams. So how do we do that? How do we train these in-house teams to work like an agency recruiter?
It's been that
The carrot not at the end of the stick?
It's been
That's the
well,
difference?
again, I think part of it is as recruiters, because I started on the agency side and I'm still on the agency side. And it was all about, the more you work, the more you place, the more you make.
The more you make.
So
the sense of structure was there.
And a lot of in-houses, they're not motivated that way. It's
Oh.
until you change the way they're compensated and change the mindset, that's what you need to get.
So you want to add more performance-based metrics from a compensation perspective for in-house teams? Like from a bonus structure, time to fill,
I think you've got to
close
find out.
rates, like giving them incentives to move a little quicker.
I think you got to find out what's going to motivate your team. Every team's different. And put something in place that will give them incentive to do more and do it faster and speed up the time to fill, and then pay them for it. But no one wants to pay in-house recruiters extra.
Well, no, that's the whole reason they build in-house teams and stop outsourcing it, because they're trying to save money. They think a full-time employee, but at the end of the day, if you're putting all the math together, if your math is mathing, external recruiters, the speed to fill the role. I always say this: how long has that role been open for? That other person on that team is working twice as hard, and attrition is kicking in. You might lose them. What is the cost of having 2 open roles now versus that 1, when you could bring an outside team that is niche in the market, speed? I mean, we're talking about a good partner here. So you have to look at both sides of the coin.
And there's nothing wrong with bringing in someone like yourself to teach your in-house team how to be proactive and how to recruit versus posting ads and hoping for resumes.
Yeah. So you're talking about something which is really interesting about you hear a pin drop. We're over-relying on hiding behind our keyboards, but is it not hiding behind the keyboards, but more of like how communication has shifted?
It has.
It's not the phone anymore.
Well, and the way that I train recruiters now is not the way I trained them 10 years ago, right?
So you've had to evolve as a
trainer. You have to.
Otherwise it's become
the industry changes. So yes, in today's day and age, your first engagement is going to be electronic most of the time.
Right. That's the initial outreach.
But to build the relationship, eventually you've got to get that person on the phone.
Absolutely.
And that's the part that we're still missing. People don't want to get on the phone.
You know, you have to. You have to get on the phone, because that's where the gold is. You can't understand a candidate. Listen, I'm lucky enough. I talked about it ad nauseum. I was taught by an incredible recruiting pro, Tom Hall, who taught me to get on the phone and understand the candidate's motivation. Why are they looking to make a move? Are they not getting something in their current job? Is there a glass ceiling above them? Is it straight up compensation? Is it XYZ? They're getting divorced. Like, you need to understand that, because that's how you close them.
So you and I were taught the same way. Thank God. I'm so thankful for that. Yeah, and I try and instill that in recruiters nowadays. They're not the candidates are not a transaction; they're a person.
Right. And understanding that motivation also innately gives you the ability to infuse empathy, because now you're relating. Hey, John. Listen, you've been at this company a while, man, and it really sucks that they're not promoting you. Is this the right opportunity? The compensation's in line. These are all the things we talked about in our first conversation. If they make you the offer, are you ready to accept it? That's how you do it.
And Adam, you and I both know, if you can take the time to invest and get to know your candidate and understand their motivations and what they want, as a recruiter, you never have to sell anything.
It's not a sell.
You just provide solutions based on what they want.
It's a conversation. So talking about the tools, right? Old dog, new tricks.
Yeah.
Not calling you old, but you're a dog.
I'm an old guy in the industry now.
What technology here has been exciting you?
So it's interesting. It's all I'm fighting the battle that everyone's fighting right now. Say you're so over inundated with AI tools. It's a matter of, okay, what can your tool do? How can it solve a problem? So I'm just kind of soak it all in. And I was very impressed. I just attended the session with Johnny Campbell, social talent, who I love.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
He was talking about building customized agents and using different AI tools for different things. And the demos he gave about what he would do, he would put in just a job rec into an agent that Claude wrote for him, and it would give him like everything. He didn't even have to put in a big prompt. So creating customized agents, I'm very curious about that.
Have you tried the agents over here at Juicebox?
I have not.
Yeah, I highly recommend checking it out. I use Juicebox as a recruiter. It's been able to 3x my efficiency.
Yep.
And it works. It gets me further down the line, and then it gives me more time to do the human side. But what I'm not doing is using the agents. I'll have it shortlist me, but I'm not yet at the stage where, for what I recruit for, I need to give the final filter before I hit send, because it's coming from me.
Sure.
And that's what we need.
Well, and you hit the key. It's all about using it to do the things that take up time, that allow you to spend more time on the human aspect of the business.
Awesome. John, this has been a great chat. You and I could talk shop for hours, but I got to keep the show rolling.
Do it.
Our next guest coming in, where could folks find you? Where could they connect? Where could they learn more?
They can always connect with me on LinkedIn, John Ruffini. You can also go to johnruffini.com if you want to find more.
Legend, John Ruffini.
Wisdom is forever, but for us, it's time to go. Thank you for joining us. Luckily, we'll be back with our next episode soon, jam-packed with more incredible humans. Thank you for listening, subscribing, and sharing. To join the conversation, search the podcast on LinkedIn. And to catch up on past episodes and more info, please visit www.thepodcast.com.